how healthy everybody was at that time. And then it's just funny that it's kind of like a lead thing in my Wikipedia. But how does Wikipedia work? Can I ask you that?
I don't know. Matt Cohen might know.
Whoever wants to edit it can just literally, you can create his Wikipedia right now, and until someone calls you on your bullshit, it'll stay up forever.
But how do you change the Wikipedia information?
Anyone can edit any Wikipedia page at any time.
Why do people entrust Wikipedia as a source for all information then?
Because
people are
it's
stupid.
been going around so long the way you don't know better. Yeah, it's literally just people in their fucking bedrooms writing this stuff. They don't have a staff. They don't vet any of the information.
So there is no Wikipedia headquarters home base that sort of monitors what information goes on there?
Yeah. It's the podcast bunker. No, they have people on staff that kind of, if you flag an entry, let's say you don't want that Wonder Girls thing up.
Right.
You would flag it, and eventually their staff would get around to it. They'd look for enough citations to see if it's true or not. If not, they kick it off.
God, what a pain in the ass, man.
So
Jesus.
that's what it means when it always says parentheses citation needed. It means somebody added it without a source. Yeah, and they'll delete it if you don't put one in.
Is your Wikipedia page accurate, Jay? Have you checked it out?
It says it says for a while it would do, the radio guys, when you unleash an army of, there's some radio shows, like the clones of the Jim Rome show, Howard's Fans, of course, and
Bubba Army.
Bubba Army,
Yep. Opie and Anthony's guys.
Cow Klux Klan.
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony the Pests. There's some radio shows where if you just release the Kraken, it's on. So like my Wikipedia, I'll go to it now, said like, I think one of the biggest things in my Wikipedia page was about how me and Fez from Ron and Fez are best friends. And then...
Is that true?
We're friendly, and I love them and all, but it was just a weird...
Is Fez living this... Fez is in New York, right?
Yeah. Mine, it's
Who is your best friend, Jay?
My wife, definitely.
Oh, that's sweet.
I know. As I said it,
and
I
actually believe you when you say
yeah, there's no question.
Because I see the interaction you guys.
It's who I laugh. It's who I laugh. And save your fucking tweets. I don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah, I don't either because I agree with them.
Right now it's accurate, but here, okay, radio. Mohr has contributed frequently to the Jim Rome Show as a caller and has also guest hosted.
As a caller,
which is fine. Because that's how it all started.
Sure.
His nickname on the show is Slam Man, and more recently, the derisive Way More, or Ham Man, or Salami Man. Rome often lets him promote his upcoming comedy club appearances. He finished 7th in the Smack Off, 8th in the, so like the
How many Smack Offs have you done, Jay?
A lot. But let me get out of this page.
Sorry.
I'm going to get distracted. But just the fact that like radio callers call me fat is on my Wikipedia page.
Fat?
Thank you.
Fat?
Yeah, LL Cool J, son.
God damn, yeah, with the PH. Damn, dude.
Thank you. So
that Saturday Night Live episode when you took your shirt off and the Axl Rose thing, you were in incredible shape.
That was a young. I
don't care.
I wrestled 2 years before that,
dude. You were like Superman. I got V cut.
I still got the V.
Yeah,
but I did have a gut, and I still have a bit of a gut that I'm working on. I'm
Me
down
too.
10 pounds, Cohen. 195, baby.
What's your ideal? Where do you want to be at?
Probably 190. I just want to lose 5 pounds from here, but the problem is you lose it. I lose it through my shoulders immediately.
I lose it right on my chin. That sort of like blow.
Really?
Yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah, I get that. Like
you said that like it's bad.
No, it's good.
On your chin that's like a facelift.
That's the easy part to live with. That gut, dude, it's hard.
It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of extra, Dana Devin married a plastic surgeon,
Dr. Brent Mulliken. Indeed.
He's a cool guy, right?
Really nice guy.
She's cool.
She's the great Dana.
Everyone at Extra, that producer that was around forever, the older guy.
The older guy, Steve Sunshine.
Loved everybody there.
They're the nicest people in the world, the hardest working people in the world at Extra. You know what I mean? And
you show up and prompter is loaded with everything you need to say that day, and you go, well, let me just run through it once, and then I know you.
Not even once.
Halfway through, you go, all right, I'm good.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Especially when we got into it a little bit. I mean, it wasn't like I was reading long tags. It was like, hey, the stars were out last night in Hollywood. Let's go to L'Oreal Paris.
President Kennedy has been shot.
Well, that's sort of the problem, dude, is when I left Extra, they said, listen, Mark, your contract's almost up. We want to extend it, but what we want to do to you guys, we want you guys 7 days a week available. We want you to do those split screen spin control things on like CNN when talk about Paul Newman's cancer. I mean, they actually brought up, that. that. And I go, this is when I'm going to gracefully.
They wanted a tabloid show to go more tabloid.
Yeah, but they also wanted a big presence on every Larry King, and like you're always doing split screens. Like they wanted me to just work more, heaven forbid. You know what I mean? 7 days a week to be available and do interviews, all day long. And because those news shows are kind of circling the drain a little bit because of the internet, the TMZs, the Perez Hiltons of the world. So they had to do a balls out assault and like how to change the way they deliver the news. And I just went, I think it's my time to gracefully bow out. And Mario was waiting in the wings. He's incredible. Mario's great.
He's a sweet kid.
He's he beats your fucking ass too, by the way.
Yeah,
he's the best celebrity boxer, no joke. The guy hangs with Freddie Roach all day. No, I know, but some people aren't listening when I say that. The guy's not.
He's Slater. Yeah, Slater will do 200 push-ups in front of you and clap, and then put a fucking ball on his nose like a seal.
Then bang your girlfriend after, man.
With that stupid Jerry curl he has. Shut up, Mario. You stupid dimpled zilch. Come to my house. I'll fucking punch you right in your sternum.
That's Jay, by the way.
You may whoop my ass, but that sternum's going to hurt tomorrow. I do love him. You did it for 4 years, right?
Yeah, 4 years.
It's an awesome gig, and now what celebrity behavior surprised you the most when you were there? Where you were like, this really goes on? This is like, or what's more specifically, and you can expound on this in any direction. What celebrity was there where you were like, what the fuck is going on with this human being?
I think I was surprised by the behavior in a good way of like George Clooney. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like George Clooney is the most giving, kind celebrity, understanding the dynamic in the game more than anybody ever met. And then you'd meet some like second supporting actor role guy on like
Alexa Stewart,
like on the new Pam Anderson show, VIP, and they would be like a bitch and keep you waiting for hours.
They were all assholes on that show.
Yeah, but it was just
so funny. I know. Everyone on that show was a fucking twat.
I don't know.
I do. They're just awful people.
But I just thought Clooney was so cool. I mean, he walked on the red carpet and make you feel like you're fake best friends. Like, dude, are we having a drink after this? You know what I mean?
He was like
great.
A guy, though, too.
Yeah, but he is a guy. What you see is what you get with him.
Just a guy.
Yeah, but you're right. Meaning like there
who happens to be the biggest movie star in the world.
Absolutely. That's actually well said. I mean, there's no like false veneer behind that. He's not working on some weird pretense. It's just who he is. Sometimes good guys make it in Hollywood. You know what I mean? But I think I was surprised by that, but nothing really surprised me, dude. I kind of was in the celebrity culture a little bit.
Yeah.
So I understood what they do and what they don't do, so I wasn't really rocked by, wow, what shitty behavior that was. You know what I mean? I was surprised by like reality stars I'll change this. The culture was kind of changing a little, Jay, where like reality stars were becoming the go-to people on the red carpet. And this is, I'm seeing Al Pacino coming down the red carpet. I would get all excited. Go ahead.
Good. There's my friend Mark Mcgrath. I can't wait to talk to him. Give him a little extra. Maybe he wants me to do a bumper. I'll do your bumper, Mark. You're watching Extra with Mark Mcgrath. He just talked to George Clooney. Big deal. Oh, yeah, I'm just getting warmed. Oh, sorry.
You got to see, if you're not listeners at home, the transformation Jay does as he's doing the impression is amazing. The impression stands alone, but the nonverbals. Anyway, so like, what would happen, Jay, get back to that.
So Pacino's on the carpet.
Pacino's on the carpet, and Kristen Cavallari's behind him, and we bypassed Pacino to get to Kristen Cavallari. So it was interesting to see the celebrity
dynamic. She's
going to
marry Jay Cutler, for crying out loud.
Well, back then she was just another chick on Laguna Beach, So I thought
Let's not act like she's not always going to be just another chick that was on Laguna Beach.
That's right. But that's my point. I'm agreeing with you.
I'm with you.
And so I thought it was weird that I'd be on the streets and people would go, why does Extra and Entertainment Tonight, why you guys only concentrate in Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan? And I go, because, dear, they do a research group and they find out what you guys want. It's not like we're saying, hey, let's make Gary Coleman our guy this week. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what the people want. It's like you're just giving the people what they deserve. And like this graceful man, Al Pacino, who deserves to be led every night on Extra, we bypassed him. I thought that was really, he said the funniest thing to me one, Jay. Al Pacino is funny. I went up there and this is another thing that surprised me.
He's a superstar who's super nice, who's not just a guy.
Exactly.
He should live in a fucking tree.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And we should all celebrate his tree every day. But Kevin and Brittany were breaking up. That was the big celebrity news at the time. And
Hold on. Kevin Connolly and...
Kevin Connolly from Entourage. No, Kevin Federline.
Okay.
And Britney Spears were breaking up. And it was all the big news in the tabloid world. And I was at an Al Pacino movie premiere. And I actually had to ask Al, a couple questions.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes, and I go, God, here it comes. Oh. Al, it was just announced today Kevin and Brittany are breaking up. Any thoughts? And he looked at me and he goes, "You're better than that," and just walked away.
Oh my God.
And I went, and like he'd already given me enough, so like he wasn't being mean. He was just
That's
like,
amazing.
"You're better than that," and he walked away. And I went, "Thank you, Al." A little bit of my soul died, but that was that's kind of what I said. Boy, that's weird. You know what I
You
mean?
realize he had food in his teeth.
That was the entertainment world colliding right there.
Smashed fingernail. He's a friend of mine. So like he really is like
He's a friend of yours. Like,
like a troll.
I know you know him, but like you don't. Let's go to dinner, Al.
You can't go to dinner without. In
No.
New York, you can, not in L.A.
So you never go to I'll go with Al and just
I go to his house.
Yeah.
I haven't been in over a year, well over 2 years. I stopped calling him for a while, and then I just fell out of touch with him. But there was a time where I was going to his house often.
You're shitting me.
No, he's great.
And what was the introduction to you guys? We're like, now we're friends. What movie we were working on? What was it?
We worked on a movie that nobody saw called Simone, and we just got along great. And same thing with like guys like Kevin Spacey, guys like Cruise. I don't think they're used to just guys busting their balls.
Right.
I think when you finally come in and go, no, that's nice. What are you going to wear when we shoot?
Right.
They're like, oh my God,
How
like
dare you?
This is how people used to talk to me.
Good point.
When I did Panic in Needle Park.
Yeah. So you're saying you have no. There's no like getting to know you. Period.
Oh,
right.
certainly there is.
Right. How long do you bust out the impression to Al Pacino?
I never did.
You've never done the Al Pacino to Al Pacino.
No, because it's not.
It's inappropriate.
He's not going to think it's funny,
and you're not
plus,
that guy.
There's so much that everything he says,
right,
is like a master filling the student.
Good point.
Like I remember once we were sitting on his porch. And he lives at 513 Beverly Boulevard. It's a White House and a gate, but the code to the gate is 555 because they're too lazy to get a real password. So go by. He's got kids and there's a little carport and stuff. All right, here's a Pacino story. Me and my wife are at his house. It's his birthday, and we go over there, and my wife makes him cupcakes. And you would have thought she walked in with suitcases filled with cash.
Oh, that's so sweet.
He couldn't believe. You made me cupcakes on my birthday. Like, he couldn't. And he kept, we were there about 6 hours, and he kept going, I don't know if you know this, but your wife made me cupcakes. He kept going back to it.
Was it sincere, or did it get weird?
No, it was completely sincere of, someone acted like a human being to me. Because he's not like Clooney is just a guy.
Good point.
And I mean this in a complimentary sense in both worlds. But Clooney and Pacino, when they go home to their houses, they separate.
Yes.
Clooney sits down, watches the Laker game, scratches his nuts, and Pacino goes up and is still doing Richard III,
right?
And doesn't know, which kid are you? I know I got two twins, but you don't really look alike. You're kind of freaking me out here. What's the point of being a twin if you don't look alike? I want identical babies. Dude, one's a boy, one's a girl.
Dude, you're sitting in that chair right now, son of a woman, Jack Slade style, dude. You're actually, remember when he was sitting in the back thing? Doesn't he look
You don't lead me, I lead you.
Dude.
Hoo-ha.
Dude, that's so
They're going to give me this Oscar because I took it up the ass for Dog Day Afternoon. Like Meryl Streep getting an Oscar for Thatcher. He should have been nominated for Insomnia with Robin Williams. To me, that was his second best work of all time.
Really? That movie started taking my soul away a little bit. It just got so dark, and it was just it kept me there.
To me, it was effective because it made me feel like I had been up 7 days.
Me too.
But the way it was shot, not because it was bad, personally.
No, I know what you're saying. It put me in a weird feeling, though. I'd been up for 2 days on coke.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And I wanted to get out of that.
There's that scene where he has to take off his coat, and he's been up 7 days.
Yes.
And it's like a 4-minute scene of a guy in a room trying to take a leather coat off. And when you watch it, you're like, it's like when you're high and you start not whoa.
Dude.
I think I need to go to bed, guys.
God, totally. You guys got to get out of here.
And then he just looks at Maura Tierney and goes, I haven't slept in 6 days. That's his whole explanation.
That's so funny.
And there's that scene with
Who
him.
Who directed that movie, dude?
Christopher Nolan. I love Christopher Nolan.
That was the early ones on that Christopher Nolan.
How great was that scene where they're running across the logs in the river, where they have those giant log convoys?
Yep.
And then he falls through during the chase, and Nolan shoots it from underneath the log.
Amazing.
Some fucking stuntman had to fall between moving logs in a river.
fucking phenomenal.
In a leather jacket. That's how Jeff Buckley died.
Yeah, Jesus.
He was the stuntman on Insomnia.
We had no boot.
Kiss me, just kiss me. Kiss me out of desire.
Jesus.
Poor Jeff Buckley. Suicide or no?
What's that?
Jeff Buckley's death. Suicide or accident? Your personal opinion.
It's still very unresolved.
I say accident. My wife says suicide.
What about crime?
He was with buddies. He walked into the Mississippi River with his clothes on and just went away.
He had big, giant Doc Marten boots on, apparently, man. That's not the best for swimming late at night wasted.
You think his buddies marched him in? Crime. You like
I just don't, dude, who knows what went on there?
Tim Robbins and Mystic River, they just took him down to the water.
There's just a lot of misinformation. There's not a lot of information about what went on there.
It is weird.
Why does anybody know what the fuck? He was with friends, but no one knows what the fuck happened?
And so for all you conspiracy theorists like Tupac and Biggie, like there's white people where it goes on it. John Benet Ramsey, they still don't know what the fuck happened. All right?
That's so true, dude.
Nothing got